I'm on my way to downtown. That's my mommy. What else? What else? What else? I'm heading over to probably a little grocery, heading to test myself thing already. If not, I'm heading over to Central Market and eating pizza there ideally. I only have like $12 for food, so I'm getting coffee and pizza. Really pricey. You can give me money in person through PayPal. It's AR Blue Sky Design Store. And some straight to my heart, Arlene Lorenzo Art Shop, INTAYIAF. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. I'm purposely missing out on speaking with people with most of my family origin that are sex addicts, rapists, murderers, and thieves. They want to tell me what I missed out on not attending family parties. There's a reason why I spoiled myself dating King Lonnie out of those family parties decades ago. I'm not gonna go on to see what I missed. What else? What else? What else? Out of respect for myself, out of respect for Jaden, out of respect for King Lonnie. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? The teenage ladies go on to do a show, spread her culo apart, and said to Jaden, so tu mamá no te dijo que yo me pongo en 4 para los hombres y las mujeres. Esa tipa una puerca, una asquerosidad. She possibly terrorizes Jaden and Kehlani through a gig. They're disgusting. They're disgusting. Those people that I grew up around. Como que 4 significa más que el número. She gets jealous that she wants to kill my children because I raised my children outside of orgies. I never felt violently raped. But some of them cry that they wanted to be virgins until they would marry someone. That's why they're so bad and they kill people. That's not something that they can control. They couldn't control the color of police cars before their birth, right? Okay, even now they can be like, I can join a board, I can get a job. Picking the color, like they go all out with their, it's not pretense, when they think they know it all. But before her birth, she couldn't pick the color of police cars. So she's just stupid, and she called me a hypocrite because I wouldn't raise my children. That wasn't wanderlust, that's rape. They don't know how to be my parents, they never went to jail. According to my knowledge, for having me doing sexual exploration as a toddler, as a preschooler, with other people, including adults, but it was very much safe environment. When I said I don't like anyone here, that I tell everyone it's not me, it's you that I don't like, and just divorce them. And there can be a one-sided divorce with them. My parents stopped taking me to orgies. Those leeches want to drag me into poverty, into drug addiction, into alcoholism, just trying to get to see me naked again. They're disgusting. They're lazy time wasters. They're out of age. They're embarrassing. You can decapitate Yesenia Ramirez Lorenzo. Oh, dan un asco. They're terrorists. So gross. They've killed millions of people trying to rape me. They're embarrassing. They're disgusting. What else? What else? What else? I'm talking about undisclosed NATO, Interpol, the U.S. Department of Homeland Security, the Justice Department in the United States. You can decapitate Mohammed Suarez and his sons that rape me. That's the only money you gotta know emotion. Because they're pretty. My parents arranged marriages with them for me against my will, but based on my feelings, sadly. So they would enter my parents' home and rape me there. You're stupid. They're like, ha ha ha, because you're missing all the orgies. So they don't get raped, now I rape you in the bedroom. That's why they pressed their one so that they finish the job. Meaning get them to have an orgasm. He's exploited me out of money, out of homes, out of vehicles. Trying to get me to take him out on a date or give him an orgasm. Because he says he can, because what he's doing is raping me as if I were in an orgy of sorts that I don't want to attend anymore. So that's not worthy of me giving it an orgasm. And entiende, un bruto. I think his name is Alexander Albert Leach Basura Querosidad. They're trying to traffic me into my parents' home. They already trafficked me into poverty. Trying to just walk to my parents' home and rape me there as if my dad doesn't deserve respect. They're stupid. They're gonna go with the janitor thing. My dad took the job to be my bodyguard. That's why he hates it. He's like, I had a machete. I could have killed her in kindergarten like a little rusted pig. And I didn't even want to attend school. They're so disgusting. I hate Yolanda. All my bad luck is due to stupidity from her. Because they signed her up for school. I was going to be homeschooled and have orgies at home while getting my education too. And Yolanda was like, her husband's like, those aren't my husband. Are in school, jodiendo la vida a todo el mundo aquí en el planeta porque he doesn't want to be in school. I think his mother worked. He wanted to be at home hosting orgies too. So he literally turned into a drug addict, sex addict, thief, porn addict, so gross. And here come 5-year-old me being like, hi guys, maldita sea el diablo when I'm not at home. Literally with that demeanor. And they're like, we have a hate crime towards you for being here in school. We're sex addicts, we're porn addicts, we're rapists, murderers, and thieves, and we're going to stay that way. I'm never going to marry you. Uno de ellos lloró, mi cuarto was not over. Please, that was the tea party day for me. I'm like, no. After rape me, qué tipo tan fuerte. Ew, que nene tan asqueroso. They think I'm their self-care. So they want to use me literally como si fuera massage parlor. Porque one of them said decades ago, if Arlene were with me, I literally would drop all the hoes that do drugs and steal and rape like immediately. Like, since when I'm someone's self-care? The existence of life. Well, the hoes want to charge for oxygen, literally. And that's why he stays with them, because they're like, wow, these are the smart businesswomen, smart businessmen, not like Arlene. It's like free kindness. Kindness is free. Literally, he would mock me. He's like, with the hoes that I'm with, they even want to charge for air. That's my kind of crowd. I won't ever start with those people. I'm like, ha ha ha. So he stays with the people who want to kill him. Okay, he's beautiful. And anything that I like, they want to kill, including Jada and Kehlani. Before Jada and Kehlani were born. Hey guys, it's hysteria, you gotta show them. Like, give me my fucking money so I can live. So I can provide for Jada and Kehlani and myself. First, we was afraid of the bad people. Or at least have a PSA. Then one point, los caballeros de Colón will be like, okay, enough of the PSA. Give her money. So I'm waiting. Very patient. I didn't know it. Like in 2020, I set that bar for myself. I'm like, this is gonna be taking a little bit of street walk, a little bit of used clothes, possibly as long as it's like very clean without stains. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? A lot of panhandling. So some caballeros de Colón maybe like ella se adelantó porque ella puso el GoFundMe campaign de ahí already. Si esto ella no se le va a dar dinero hasta mes de acuerdo al progreso de how much the people trying to kill me back off. What else? What else? What else? What else? Until I remember que David Ledesma no es un tipo pobre que I met while he was at a bouncer job and que he's alleged que ya me había violado decades ago. So disgusting. So I'm like, yeah, I don't want to be with you. I changed my phone number. I'm like, Jerry Garcia parece que es pobre también. I don't want or have his with me. If I could get rid of Sarah Francis y tirarle un zafacón, I would. Porque ese demeanor and the attitude, no es que son pobres, es que gross. Maldita sea, Elizabeth de. What else? But I found the protocol of like, if I'm in a homeless shelter, starving, I don't even have $1 for food, and Jaden can on here with me, these people are doing it. And I'm like, oh my God, even the females thought that David Ledesma would do it. David Ledesma and put them on room with me, Christy Martinez, that Jamie girl, Carosidad, and Mandalena Herrera. I took them out dancing. I'm very sober. So I'm like, I'm here with my coworkers que no se saben comportar, gente. At pigs. I took pictures of her if I need to tell the FBI that besides Nordstrom. We were other places. And look at her. Rebecca Minko. What else? What else? What else? What else? So as I was getting over, I loved being the DD. So one of them was like way too wasted for my taste. That Jamie girl. Oh, I'm like, drink water, buttercup, drink water. At the bar, I'm like, what do I do with this? How many pins in diamond? I don't know why. I wanted to fade in diamond. I can't do the like déjala morir so borracha as a responsible DD. As the citizen of the planet. So I'm like, maldita sea, sigue tomando agua, sigue tomando agua. Ya mismo vamos por el Chaco Palenque. Toma más agua. Aquí está tu comida. Come. Wake up, girl. Wake up. Ahí está tu plato. Ahí está el agua. Wake up. You guys not going to be in front of me. Porque then I'm going to be like, oh, that girl is starting to make me. That's why one doesn't kill them right away. One doesn't want the cops 30 years later to say, remember that girl that died and you did nothing for it, you didn't go to jail. That's another thing. I want to maybe have a significant other one day. Oh, I've nursed a girl back to life when he's been around people that are trying to kill me and he drinks a little too much. I'm like, come on. Here's the water, slip in the tub one night. Porque Lisinales is trying to kill me and I suffer from amnesia. So I'm like looking at him like, go ahead, kill them yourself or should I? And he possibly remembers those people trying to kill me. What else? What else? Anyways, so Amanda Herrera, that Jamie girl, Sarah Francis, all ran towards me like trying to grab me while I was getting my vehicle. I'm like, no, guys, no! Get in the car! And I thought, do I need to report this to the police? This felt aggressive. All three of them like What else? What else? What else? My dad says that someone did me a favor that I can't ever drink alcohol because I love my health. That I got Lexapro. Miss, what is her name? Milagro Supervida said no biofeedback. Go straight to the Lexapro. You've already been to Napa Valley. You won't miss one or cry about it. Maybe you will for a little bit. Porque lo que te espera, lo que te espera, because you don't remember me. So if I had remembered her, she would have sent me to biofeedback. Because I didn't remember her, she sent me to get fucked up with my esophagus. So I can't ever drink alcohol again because my dad's like, we need to cut this shit. Si ella se me llega a emborrachar after my death around these leeches, and capaz que se le olvide que they're trying to rape her and she will get raped. So they were all drunk, but I'm the sober one. So that's why I hate a lot of people. Porque even some princesses in Arabia say, yeah, right, you're free. Girl, I stay in my own mini mart all day long of a bedroom. That's how big it is. And I don't ever get to leave. But you get to leave your parents' home. And you don't think that Arabia's trying to kill you because you don't go on to find out about it. But you're like, I'm free, I'm free, I'm free. But you don't know the lengths that your mother and your father have to go so that you can be like, I'm free of stuff. Well, they're like arranging where you can be next. What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. So I like my health. I felt like it has to be fixed for this little problem. So within like 3 weeks, I was calling a GI doctor and being like, it went from liver to worse. It's like you can get a surgery. Pero got Dr. Graham the Heart had been threatened to not be there when he was a child. I didn't remember him. It's bigger in my appointment, literally be like, that's my boy, then I start to sick, or the other way around. Porque ellos todos se conocen. So my dad said, enjoy your wine while you can. I know you're not an alcoholic, you know you live like headaches. Pero just to protect you, señorita, for the rest of your life, I'm gonna have to somehow take away your willingness to get drunk with the wine of girls that want to rape you all the time. It's like, it's not you, it's them, they're very aggressive. And I truly don't know like what I would have done if I could have drank alcohol and possibly could have had a drink or two. Not enough to drive recklessly, because if I could drink alcohol, I would tell a girl, you can pray for your family. Wow, boy, like go sling it up. Chill, boy, chill. No one's going to kill you out here. If you need help. That's so sad to watch, but I think it's if you want his body or if they want to get naked after the party or during the party and rape my kids. So I'm like, hi, I'm here. They get mad. They're like, you let me wait. And I'm like, hey, you're sad. And if I wanted to. What else? I'm so bored. So I'm like, literally some days I brought to go Thanksgiving that I posted a picture of me being at Joey's house. I brought my Kindle with me. I'm like, yeah, Jaden, come on here. There was a large dog that was in a crate that I had seen before. I'm like, don't stick your finger there, but they know, but I have to give them the reminder. And I was reading magazines on my Kindle the whole time. And they're like, oh, she's an internet addict. I'm like, no, I'm reading a magazine. You don't do that in your home or other parties. Literally, a magazine. What else? I'm bored. Anyways, I only have like $12. So I'm getting a slice of pizza. I'm gonna reserve a coffee maker one day for the I could chocolate too. What else? Ew, not only a starter, but a slug gas. En de Capita y Jimmy Janda utilizar accesorios que rompen los teléfonos para que la gente no se pueda comunicar. Posiblemente. Posiblemente. Es fiesta over. Oh no, it's just how's my mom getting it from soon? What else? I'm so bored. I'm so bored. I want to cook for myself. So what's the next phase? He kills himself. And I can't be in my apartment so I don't get depressed when I read about it. You can decapitate my sons that rape me just I don't know if people get it, so people are like, she's on drugs, or why is she like so like happy-go-lucky? It's like my dad is putting me through so much trying to get to the head of the wire on the sales for me. And he doesn't want me to get the drugs to the point where I would get my he may be part of the Donald plan. I mean, yo Polo no tenía electricidad cuando te casas. Ni una vela. Flashlight. I need to stay like hyped up, emotionally connected with myself. Or if I read any news of anyone that steals from me, going to jail, or just filed a police report against David Ledesma for raping me, and all of this is art. Just like, oh, baby, los viejitos. I love the installation on the hospital. This bus has air conditioners, so much I don't even know what's It's like always say, what do the Brahmas? Alamo so pretty. I know the streets names. What else? Let's hope on it. What else? To me, it's obsolete. What else? I'm bored. So filing a rape report against someone is very traumatizing now that I'm no longer speech impaired, and I can say that he had raped me already in my teens at a bar that they created specifically to rape me. I walked in one day, there was like that Shangla girl, there was Joanna Vargas, there was this Arlene Lorenzo, there were like two of Benjamin Suarez's sons that created the bar. I think they made me a partial owner, never gave me the profits, gave them to my dad. So sleazy, so gross. I think they took the alcohol license in my name to claim me that I'm an alcoholic one day because he only does drugs. He doesn't drink alcohol, at least the majority of them. Neither do I. I want to live legit and get money downtown or near Broadway or near London. What else? What else? So this David, this smart guy is a big, so stupid. And if I start thinking about he's belittled me decades ago, me and excellence, perfection. I would possibly start talking well at that country for fun without anybody at me. And without hurting anyone. Some people say that like shooting range exists for some, but I don't want to be here all that kind of What else? The way I say, even if I'm gonna walk here to deposit like literally $2 just for fun, but I want to get deposit money at any. Pero me quedé con las ganas de walking. Un día de eso que estoy corta entre peso y USD that I don't even like. And I have like 50 cents in my wallet that will completely next meal. I wanted to walk in there, but eso fue que se fueron. And the guy would walk in and be like, live, I am deposit my so I can eat. What a beautiful group of people. Online banking is like beyond my expectations in quality and speediness. Like, wow. Him and a nobody. So I imagine that to the people that they're like, no fucking giver, it's just online banking, whatever. Have you ever not had unlimited data on AT&T? Imagine a bank online banking were that slow. Little me. I can be in a different city from where I have listed on my bank account in Bank of America. That's right. And they'll text me and say, hey girl, is this your purchase? Press yes or no, press Y for yes and for no. So that we can let your transaction go through. So all the cashier is saying, it's declined. I'm like, yeah, I just got a text from my bank. Hold on 1 second, literally. Why is this me? I'll run it through again. It went through. What else? Before when we had to find a payphone, or say we use the phone in the office or customer service, or the one they have at the register. Please call my bank. Remember those things? Please call my bank and tell them that I'm in Minnesota. Spending my own money so that they want to let my money go through with my own debit card. Like, seriously, I'm not this card that I have a pin for. Why don't stop it? What else? Thank you. It's just very sometimes to call a bank and say that one is traveling outside of the city that one has registered with the bank and to please allow of consumption. What else? So my dad has me with a tingwal tango and be so confident and be too hard. Yes, I'm here. In 2016, so I don't talk to him. Like, hey, hide your insurance. What else? They look so pretty. They look so pretty. What else? So, like, for real, this is why I don't waste my time talking to my dad. Porque he literally is gonna say, well, I sort this through Facebook typing. Instead, I would be calling my dad and be like, but dad, is that I sent a picture of myself in a bathtub to a guy? How can he be poor and me be starving? And he's gonna be like, yo no te mandé a que le estuviera enviando fotos a la gente por ahí hinting that he's a leech or he knows who it is that steals from me. So because I don't like bothering my dad, the Gustavo Cáceres and the like are so gross. They're overwhelmed and then they show up por manadas in 2020. I feel like based on the amount of feedback that I got through Gmail, Facebook, and my own website. So I just type so I can remember. And the leeches are like, well, we must find out through her dad. What does she know? And my dad is like, oh, what she knows is that Menorito Asqueroso todavía le roba, que Jorge Avilés la violó, que David Ledesma la violó. And they're like desperate. They're like, pero si ella sabe eso, ¿por qué ella no lo escribe ahí en Facebook para que la gente vea eso y Arlene se mate de que fue violada? And then my dad does the recap now. You fucking retard. Ella lo sabía, pero no. She's speech impaired. No puede like spit out everything in her brain in one day. What else? Lo que quizás no se recordaba pero fue que leí o escuché through the grapevine de que ella pensaba que solamente era pobre, ¿sabes? La próxima vez que David Ledesma le mama el pene a mi papá, like, oh dear Lord, that's so amazing, that's cool, king, queen of this planet, blah, blah, blah. My dad is like gonna be shaming him most likely para que se le vaya del pene and he doesn't get it and be like, ah, porque my dad gets raped by worshippers, sadly. What else? No, thank you.
I'll rip it off.
What else? Oh, I'm not stalking everyone that works for that possibly stays in my house without my permission and steals my vehicles. What else? What did you the ladies do? Oh, ruining this planet. Oh, it's not my vehicle. I want to eat there and lose hideout. I have to feel like I want to bring a book or college class with me. Or even like those hard ones. Courses, it's called. I could have tossed down one. So yeah, so I'm looking at flowers so I don't go on killing people. Because no one warned me. No one knows except the perpetrators of what's going on, and then sadly the victim when there's rape. What else? You can think marketing Juan Manuel de Lis that raped me in 2017. My daddy knew oh, entonces some people want to accuse him and be like, este tipo es un abusador, como ella todavía no ha escrito por Facebook que Juan Manuel de Lis la violó y él se la pasa diciendo, disculpa mi hija, he's going to the medical and it's not autistic. Thank God. What else, Gloria needs a great job. Okay, that's how he used to praise her, so beautiful. What else? Every time they would give me a compliment, he would say, thank God. He's like, it goes back to your mother. And then you was ugh, the erections that you gave me, kid. Ugh. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? So he possibly went in 2018, 2020. Por favor, like, be patient with her. She's crying in her vehicle. Okay, good. At least she's not running people over with the vehicle. ¿Por qué Juan Manuel de Isla violó? I don't know. That happened. And that one was really far away. That came too close. So, he possibly go on say, Juan Manuel de Isla violó people say que tipo más irresponsable no le da dinero. Also, that's another police report. Then I have to follow. So I hinted in 2020, like, I know this guy, but I don't know this guy. But I hope, like, I can do this by just walking to the police station. But my dad doesn't want me to do that because then those people punish what has to make this, like, truly a part of the plan and ideally so that it works. So that there can't be any corruption. So he may have allowance for Gloria Luisa to talk during this whole there can't be corruption. What else? We need another story to get money again. Or no. Better she never got a word up. She wore that she's her friend, so she gets jealous. But it's very difficult for her to withhold rehabilitation from me. Everything. I don't want her not to be a mother. She didn't need me as a mother either. There are so many beaches in some of them come from Colombia, far from Mexico. What else? There we go. Maybe for pizza. And a shop. Wild nights that I want. Oh, the ex se baña. ¿Cuál yo compré? Oakmoss. Ese leche asqueroso se baña con eso en mi casa que me robó con la leche que me quiere violar. Pero allá él está loco. Él es una basura que no sirve. So a eso no se le presta atención. Unless if the police people say. What else? Porque entonces no podré comprar nunca. Pues su madre diseñó eso o esto. Or la pizza. What else? These are pretty. These are really pretty. What else? You can decapitate me home use how to use the songs that rate me as telling my name at I think their names are Copycat, Leash, Arterosida, Wanna Be Me. Wanna Be Socialite, Andrew, Albert, Leash, Alex. Qué asco dan esos tipos violando. Ew. Literally, my parents home in my bedroom, he took me hostage, he hijacked me of the money that was meant for me to date him, and then he goes on crying, Arlene, nunca me llegó una cita, he rapes people that way. He stole my money to date him. He terrorized my parents so that they don't provide for me. And then they cry to people and they say, Arlene, nunca me da sexo y está casado conmigo. And people are like, ay, pobrecito. Ese pene que Arlene no le da atención. Ni comida también, va a ser como tu madre. Pues ni comida tampoco, ay, nene, te hago algo de comer también, ay, pobrecito. People that know that he's a rapist fall for that shit. They think they're important, they're stupid. What is this? Where is it? That's cute. And more. And what else? Blanca so a slice of cheese pizza. What's that? You can get me really perfect. I have Alzheimer's, so that's also something that my dad is trying to prove. So he says she's not sexually attracted to me, and then stop craving that person. Always. I mean, if an erection happens, you're allowed to bring it up. Say, dude, you just gave me an erection. You're gonna give me an erection. Why not embarrassed? I don't know. Every day, if they want to have in crowd and what is it? Group chats and groupies about one person's vagina. What else? So there's a lot of misconception that I have Alzheimer's. So a lot of people want to tell because they want to say, well, she didn't. They don't say she did gender exploration with the preschool years and then said like, oh no, I'm not attracted to you, it's all good. They're like, no, she must have Alzheimer's if she's not into me. They're disgusting. So I'm being patient. I don't call my dad. But daddy, why I don't have it choose to be my partner? Porque they could be like one post from putting Kirsten Lopez in jail for abusing me. Or what's his name? Roger de la Cruz. Or Holly, what is her last name from Family Violence? That stay in my homes with all my permission, steals my vehicles, and get in the way of me receiving money. And they're like, yeah, keep posting on Facebook. You're just one post away from receiving money. And I never bring them up through therapy. Like, why would I? They're unimportant and they want to be pinned to anyone. They had already raped them. And I never think about this like that. What else? Oh, Vino. I tried Jaden's and Games. What else? What else? What is revitalizing foaming bubble bath? What else? What is doing? What else? That's cute. That's Johnson and Johnson. Baby doll. Leave bubbles. Can't remember. I like the smell. What else? I'm ending my light here. And just gonna be live on my laptop. I'll check the balance of my bank account because I remember coffee. What else? I'm going. Yeah. What else? This looks so good. Who is it that provides this pizza? I brought water. I may buy some if I need to. Money for coffee is like $4. Or then the vanilla latte I'm for. Though when I have money, I'm like this. I'll just take the Americano for fun if I want to. What else? What else? What else? What else? I'll start my life soon, or maybe not. I don't know. The pizza is like super hot. What else? Money to spend my home, they steal my vehicle. They get in the way of me receiving money so that I die. They want to rape me. Their deck is trying to traffic me into my parents' home. To rape me there is to disrespect my dad and just walk into my parents' home and rape me. And then Lali's just like, I'm here for you, baby. I'll do that. I'll make sure that people don't give her money. I'll spread my legs and spread the message too. They're stupid. They're disgusting. They're disgusting. In the meantime, as dating a Miss Kilani, they thought that, in case you're wondering what relationships, on my resume, what else? That was it. What else? That's all I wanted for a while, decades ago. Anyways, Data and Kelani are extremely patient, whereas that picture, the eviction notice, oh, none of them congratulate me on that, and I posted it publicly several times. Behind the scenes, I'm like, oh, we're so happy for her. She's so undeserving. Her kid could have done a better job on my vagina than embroidering. You can just copy the kid around. They're disgusting. They don't say congratulations. Possibly they noticed it right away. Back in 2018. They're disgusting. So gross. Anyways, they're not here. What else? And more, my dad rewards me for being good to myself. And he would have been my boyfriend if I would have been compatible. What else? I missed it. Just from him. All the cheese my job. I want to eat at range. So I have 4 hours. My friend's not talking.
Sorry? Oh, you don't? Okay, well, I think
Where is the Pizza Hut? It used to be listed in there. Instagram account. What? What is step down coffee? What else? Say what it's as long as slices. What? This is Kelly. Where is that? Oh, the pearl. Maybe I had this before. Oh, should leave it in there. I never talked. The storage on my phone is full, so I can take a picture. Did they get 20 messages from family of origin saying don't post the pictures since you ignore her? Me even bothering them. They're terrorists, they're so gross, they're stupid. What else? They're stupid. They pay people to stalk me and then defame me. They're embarrassing. My brother does the fuck me instead. It's like, hi, how are you? So I'm her brother. I'm very professional. I heard that she tagged you in a post. I hope you're not offended with that. And somehow ends raping people that way. Ew, 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 they're disgusting. Does he have a daughter that gets raped all the time because it's stupidity towards me? And he won't ever find out. Hopefully not. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I want good to know that when there's slice, so like the slice. And this is how I have a conversation with myself. And sometimes it goes in one brain to if there was a internet one doesn't need much more visual than this slice would be some kind of one. The Bianca, maybe I can get it. Okay. The red pepper flakes. Yeah, this one. The green monster too. Cheese sounds really good. Ice cream. We'd possibly dine here. Dating Kehlani and I was 145 weeks ago. What else? I want to save money. Mhm. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I've been $10. Yeah. What time is it? I opened the door once. I'm trying to out and it's in school. What else? What else? What else? Yeah, can the traffic Manorito Caroso wants to show me like I've been there with all my hands. He hasn't. He's dead. He hasn't. That's why no one says. Well, Andrew was there in my comments in my video. I don't know which one is Andrew. I really don't care. Because no one money. Because they can get ahead of me in dating. It's stupid. So everywhere that they make an appearance, they're just being dumb. On top of that, they killed millions of people by trafficking people with my money that they steal from me. Well, I'm starving in my parents' home, trying to unlock achievements for me. Let's just say there's a restaurant there that will only open if I marry a black guy. They went on to take a lot of people out on a date, even a black guy. Say, well, I'm gonna pretend I'm Arlene. Me pongo una falda, ladies. Me pongo una falda. I'm gonna pretend today that I'm Arlene. Let's all hang out. Lo van a abrir en San Juan. Cuando alguien se casa con negro, lo van a abrir en San Juan. Ya están los planos, ya está todo. Porque a lot of times people get married and then there's a building erected, a tower, for the celebration. Some people can partake, no, in the restaurant. Those that couldn't make it to the wedding, those that wanted to see the celebration after the fortune, it could have been one night stand. People are like, here we are arranged. Therefore, there wasn't one night stand, but I like the food, so they're celebrating. Literally, gangbang, tres negros en San Juan, publicly, a ver si la gente lo veía. And then gets upset. Then a weeks later, people go to the paperwork of the restaurant, shred it. They're like, that was for your eyes only. That restaurant's never gonna be built. Maybe now Arlene will marry a black guy and no restaurant will be open to somebody, or you can't know anything, entonces. go open your own restaurant, celebrate your own shit, literally if you want to. So they killed millions of people by trying to take over my life too. And they find a whole clan of friends. Melissa tiene tantas primas y ya tendrán hijo e hija. Que go on to raise themselves with hands like, no, diga que te parece a Arlene. No. Get out of character from Dutch. But I call her mom. I told he took me on a date the entire time. He's like, well, si Arlene se casa con un negro, van a abrir un restaurante, ahí ese es el terreno, te voy a llevar. Hubo 3 personas. Hubo 3 personas, ese es dark skin. Le voy a preguntar qué quieres casar con Arlene. Para que abra el restaurante que lo quiero ver. Maybe forrado de good paper. Pero de que ver el restaurante ya. Solo le estoy preguntando, Nena, no, déjame tranquilo, yo te dejo que me acompañara. ¿Qué cita, mi cita? Después te va a poner el puesto. Ya, para eso fue que yo te invité, no le comiste, yo no te voy a pagar comida, A ver, yo estoy buscando un negro que se case con él y no me quiero ver solo aquí. Bien. What is it? Bien lonely boy. Buscando quien se case con Arlene, so tú actúa como que eres mi pareja, coño, de vez en cuando. Hasta que se abraza. Ay, no venga como terrorista y mencionar por favor. Anyways, como te decía, estoy buscando un negro que se case con Arlene para que me haga venir a un restaurante. Y yo quiero ver el restaurante. He's killed millions of people doing that. What else? What else? It means remember what the restaurant looks like. The part they cook through. Chicken waffles, no. Sí, porque my dad me decía, porque vale, estoy aburrido si tú te casas con un negro. What it looks like, I'm like chicken. Pero depende, it could be like Creole. Entonces, like, puedes tirar el sofrito. Y el revoltillo, entonces. Annoying and waffle make it savory instead of sweet. And that would be like hours conversation, and then we would be like, what the fuck? Anyways, ya, ahí están con los papeles, están con un abogado, tú ni te vas a recordar y te vas a enterar, entonces tienes videos. Está. What else? Ahí está el restaurante literalmente de way, like arts residences. That means it's just to wait for two. I remember some people from the boards of like what is customary for San Antonio doesn't have to be all beige. Went on to complain. It's like, what does your daughter need to be acknowledged as excellence for this hotel to open? What else? Me and I'm like, no, Samuel, I hate that verse. Yeah, I can't remember. But I'll get to it. Farm egg salad. I thought it was mashed potatoes. What else? What? That sounds fun. That sounds really fun. So my dad would tell my siblings, you see how she says that sounds really fun? No, I wonder who's gonna be there. Who's gonna judge me? I'm gonna drink all the alcohol, am I not? There's nothing. What the fuck is that? Also, though, that's not your favorite place to talk about me. Oh, marriage coordinator, you're like waiting for chicken and waffles literally to show up again. I can't remember where. Because you went on to recreate a savory waffle already. And you want to compare silicone waffle. See, pero some places exist for that reason. It's like, what's the cheese man? Whatever. Ya nadie vive joven. O se muere. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What is this? How cute, that's what I thought. I wanna visit. What else? What else? What else? Let's go. What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm more. Coffee con cheese. Oh, but there's some people that say, Señorita, you can't be there because literally you are cheese amazing. What? What else? I'm bored. I missed it. I would take them at lunch. They're my favorite couple. What else? Dating people for favorite couples is just a nuance here. What else? What else? My siblings right victim. This is bringing up here today. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I want coffee and then city. What else? I'm bored. So that's lovely because I want to say, oh, he's so sexy. And even she laughs. She's like, todas las tías que lo han violado y lo abusan, they come through. They're like, oh, he's sexy. I want to threesome with him. Oh, ya yo me lo clavé. Oh, sí, esta se lo clavó. ¿Qué? Victor? No, I don't know him. Delete the messages. That's their daily life. I want cafe con cheese. Is this vintage? What? Así no al menorito asqueroso. En su combo. Possibly. What else? Oh, I hope I find out. I'm a copycat sometimes, and I don't tell the person. So Mickey outline t-shirt. I saw one at Center Market. Cold? No fucking way. It's a boy shirt, but does it come in adult size? Yeah. What is that? Not by unique one. Not that one. What else? Anyways, what's this called? Just the outline. Oh, neon outline. Pero in Magnolia. What's an extra large for boys could have fit like when I was little. What else? What else? What else? So cute. So cute. What else? Walmart? What is that? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm being so patient. I wish I've got factory. Those are pretty in that dress. What else? The hair's relatable. I'm feeling today like none of my Ghana stuff you were showing earlier. No, just like I miss shopping freaking Lonnie. These came out again. I still haven't worn my. I have a pair that were gifted to me from Walmart. I even for hope I talk about it very freely. What would be worse? Mejorito Quiroz and raping me? So I got one of these even for hope from Walmart, brand new, and I'm literally waiting to pair it up with something worthwhile, possibly white nail polish. I don't know why. Possibly because maybe I want to wear a white t-shirt, some black pants, and wear that. I was like, look at my new kicks, they're so boring. What? I miss Kehlani. So many brands. I love these two. So much to buy. What else? What else? What else? These are cute. What else? These are love. Those bike shorts are so pretty. What else? I will cough. So nothing ever goes out of style. Hopefully everything goes away. Pero I can have these in my closet and style them at any time. What else? These are pretty. What would I get from I'm waiting for my belly long dish brunette to be about not having my current diet, flattening my belly. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I like that t-shirt dress, freaking Lonnie. That eyelet one is so cute. That's so weird. Like I'll wear it, but I love buying it for her. This one. What else? This I don't for myself. So pretty. I would possibly buy it for Gianni too. What else? What? So the reason why I don't talk to Nandi is they go around saying, oh no, now that she's single, she must be buying for Gianni just the short dresses. No. And they allow that type of conversation, so I've never taken that out on a date. Uno se juntan con gente tan asquerosa que insinuate bringing my kids to them, and they're like, ha 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 ha. Oh, what else? What else? What else? I'm bored. That's cute, linen too. I would possibly get that one for Kehlani or Red. What else? I'm bored. Wait, I'm not done for me. That definitely that flutter dress. I would get for Kehlani. They grow into the next size. There's no need for me to be starved Las lichas que se lo maman, they're like, no, she needs to stop shopping for her kids. That's dangerous. What size would she even buy? But there is upset that my kids achieved teenhood. And now one is already an adult when they're always plotting how do we kill that stupid. So they removed them away from one. They're like, she achieved 40 years old. Really, Hello Kitty? Might as well be talking to Hello Kitty. She achieved 40 years old. How the fuck are her kids already teens? And they're like, no, because shopping is so difficult for that age, blah, blah, blah. Why do they have kids? And their wife in Poland is like, what stupidity is this? He's shopping for her daughter, fine. And with her kids, he's like, nobody ever left her. No mention of it ever. I feel like I'm more important than her because she follows me. My pretty cousin. No, I didn't steal anything from her ever, and I didn't know that he's a leech. So I'll keep him if only he could die like right now. Then I would be happy if only he could die. I already explained it to a long time. I didn't know where he got that name for. Because it sounds so pretty. So I hope that he does know. So I already explained it to Alondra that one day that is gonna go away. What else? What else? It's not girls. Not really. What else? You can like capitate everyone in the Suarez clan. There's there's just leeches, their marido por conveniencia, para que la gente no sepa y que violan and everyone knows about it. So you can decapitate everyone in the Suarez clan and there's their older kids that stay in my home without my permission, that steal my vehicles, that get in the way of me receiving money. They're disgusting. They're freak show embarrassing. They killed millions. What else? I'm bored. That's who here I am thinking that she's me. What else? Something about her. Whatever. What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. What else? I'm bored. I want to receive money. You can decapitate everyone that follows me to Facebook, to Gmail, to my website, lorenzoart.com that I plan to activate. But I'm finishing soon. I'll get back to stitching. I'm so tired. Ugh. Oh, that was wrong. It makes it icy. What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. I want to get back to stitching and some of my work online. I did. Or some events. So I want to visit this school. Oh, it's inside of the buildings. I want to do yoga here. I visited a while ago. It was so good. Wrong part of it was on purpose. I just didn't. Wasn't the event here? I'm like, whatever, this speaks more to me right now. So I got to this place last year, so pretty. What else? 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 This is so sweet. What else? What else? There was a running club nearby, so I'm not there. This is my favorite place to sit at. What else? Okay. What else? So good. I wear shopped out right now for my phone and but didn't have but what else? Phones was at 40%. What else? I like this. I want these in every color. One with the logo. That black one definitely. The t-shirt. What else? Done with the t-shirts. What else? Pants. These are love. What else? These are comfortable. One of these. One of none of those. The colors of these joggers. Platform, the beige. The straight cargo's good. What else? I love that navy color on him. What else? And so on, so on. And then, what is this? Shorts. They want to let their leeches of how que lo maman criticize what I picked for Janet, but they're like, we can't even say anything. Porque ella le ponía pantalón corto con camisa de manga larga. De botones. I've heard it all already about some of my primas that are cuerda. They're like, we want to criticize some of our kids, but like everything is always perfection. Like a short que parece que the children's place no salen de ahí. El cargo, el mahón, el no mahón. Todos los tienen. Y se los pone con camiseta, t-shirt, hasta bueno, la mantenía y se veía bien. Porque de la manera que le ponen los tenis y todo eso, no se ve mismatch. Entonces también le ponen camisa de manga larga de botones y manga de corta también de botones con los pantalones cortos, bla bla bla. Eso que le vamos a decir. I like this, that gray I love. What else? What else? What else? What else? I possibly try that linen stripe, that lavender one. Possibly we get all four colors: navy, black, gray. Definitely the camouflage. What else? What else? What else? And so on, so on. Possibly a fleece one or two. And those shirts. Oh, they like our girls and our boys are desperate to teach you how to dress your kids. Who? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I like this one. I'm looking for a print. I like this one. I like the black one too. Definitely one of these denim ones. Maybe not the big shirt though. A different fit. I like that stripe. I like the white one. Definitely love this color and pattern on him. I've gotten it like many times for him. The light blue. So this is where we possibly would pick them all or start putting some away and be like, "Oh, like I want more of this." What? What else? What else? What else? A eso se le llama se llenó la boca con una sola camisa, pero el nene necesita más porque do they watch the cameras? If I'm at a store shopping for Jamaican money, though, I shop a lot online. Because usually it's like true to size, true to the print looking what it looks like on a picture when they were little, especially. It's like they're always one size up too. So if I buy a little bit extra bigger, just in case, then I save in the closet for the next time. So anyways, people say se le llama llenándose la boca con semen otherwise. Entonces una va going around and maybe, well, maybe not this one, maybe not this one, or like whatever, I'll just get them out. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I like that color too. And this stripe, I have it up here. And that's how sometimes he ends up with a pant from Gap. Well, this is Gap Factor. I don't look at that. I just take the print. Pant from Gap Factory with a t-shirt from Old Navy. Porque I would possibly be like, this is my tolerance level. I can't like see anything more today. And we go back to the Gap website or and order two more lovely prints. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? One of these. Swim. Have I gotten any swim friends here? Well, he's been older. I used to a lot when he was little. What else? This doesn't look like one of the others. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Usted se cree que I'm training his wives and I have they returned bellezas like Jimmy Jendaliri se dejó crecer las pezuñas uñas, las cejas, el moco, el todo también lo tiene más largo de lo que lo tenía antes con tanta inyección asquerosa que quizás se pone. And they're like, wow, Arlene is starving, has been raped, and now our wife, Jennifer Marie Vasquez, flourishes every day. She's like, we're your brand new outfit. Ya no la apesta el todo, dejándose el cótex más de 3 horas puesto. Porque Arlene homeless, tú la ves live, like me cambié el pad, me cambié el pad, me cambié el pad, me cambié el pad, me cambié el pad. And once me reminded de tocarme el pene, como que se cambia el pad tantas veces, yo no puedo estar en el baño tanto tiempo. Dan un asco, son una basura, una asquerosidad. They are with people that they just find physically attractive, that are incompatible with them, and they're trying to force them to not behave like rape victims and behave like the wife just for aesthetic purposes. Or the husband. They're disgusting. They're disgusting. What else? These are so cute. It smells like sunscreen right now. What else? That's cute. Possibly stick to just this one. And what else? That's cute too. What else? I'm more tagging the FBI this post. That's my sister's rape victim. Qué mucho precioso, y el little kid around. What else? You can decapitate everyone that steals my money, everyone that stays in my homes without my permission, everyone that steals my vehicles, everyone that gets in the way of receiving money. What else? I'm bored. What, like these? And there. What else? Maybe even a polo shirt. What else? Back then. And girls. I love toddler girls. Literally, I just want this for one-time use, and I'm gonna be able to walk. And this kid is gonna wear it all over and all over. I get these in like the current size, the next size, the size for next year. They're so adorable. They're so adorable. What else? And it's possible. It's like sometimes like she was at this size. I'm like, I can get her in this one and or the next one. And at that price point. And some days I walked in when it's already on sale. So it's not my fault. These are so good on her. What else? That's cute. And the bike shorts too. Bermuda shorts too. These are so convenient too. These shorties too. Dresses. These, I love that print. And this, I think she's worn something in a similar print before. These I love. What else? More rompers. Yeah. Swimsuit too. What else? This is a lovely print too. What else? And then like how many more rompers can she use? But it's like playwear. They wear it once. for a few hours sometimes because it's like, okay, we'll change so that we can head over somewhere else. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm going. Let's cue the tortillas and the Japanese. I like this food. What else? Then I got the picture to prove it that she wore it. They're her from Walmart. And I walked in to get possibly some pumpkin cookies. I'm like, what can I show for here? For the kids' clothes. What else? So I got her some basic long sleeve tee and a couple of leggings. One was fall denim. And I what else? What else? What else? What else? But they're really pretty. What else? Because she was wearing a diaper with it. That's what feels weird. She was wearing a diaper with it. Is this nigga dodo? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I want to visit this place. I want to visit this place. Someone that seems important is family. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I want to get rid of my something last month. What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I was staying at this kimono with our days. What does my closet look like at the moment? So cute. What else? Remember when that happened? What the fuck? So sharing this. It's so good. What else? Some more. So they're trying to kill people. So I die. So they created the equivalent of diarrhea for people, hoping that I die unnoticed. What else? And more. What else? What is that right now? Oh, it's not that no one else has done this sample, that I live fascinated by this. Like, I have a love for it, like if it were my man. And I get so many forgers of this when it's this. Like, that's the joke on them. They want me to talk to them privately before, like, if you're truly their original desire of this, that she isn't even claiming to be, why don't you leave her a comment? Everyone that raves my man goes on to create that sampler. Ew. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? And they want to play. That's because you're not woman enough. Julie said so. They're still with Julie said so, or whoever this is said so. Like for real, they're stupid. They're stupid. In the meantime, my kids eating can on your excellences. Where is the right? I want to shop. Heading over to HEB soon. Until I remember who let me choose and completely eliminate luggage from my life. I'm like a gift is a gift. I'm not gonna fight over material things, but my dad said try doing that. And then we walk by them and finding out they could fucking get you to kill yourself. Over si vieras el carro que me compró, jajaja, luego de que la violé. Y ella no sabía nada. So I was like, oh, it's just me and my Lexus. And like, ew, you and your Lexus. Ew, you're just like gonna get marriage material. Un puerco asqueroso. Ew. He went on to say to me, ew, you and your Lexus. I'm like, this is no man. I must be careful around him. He could be poor after my money, after raping me and my children. Ew, how do I get rid of this? What else? I'm more. Already shared now. So my apologies to everyone that chose to wear masks because you will possibly go around kissing menorito asqueroso. I mean, like, that's my lover boy. I'm so embarrassed. What else? What else? For real? Oh, where is that? You possibly go on getting raped by a menorito asqueroso. So you're like, we must wear masks. So I don't gotta identify her. She knows who we are. And we steal from her not knowing that it's stealing. What else? I'm bored. In the meantime, Daddy was just testing character of La Leech or Leech. And they always fail. What else? In the meantime, I'm listening. What else? I'm bored. Ni yo tengo puro en buscar este negro. That's another thing my dad said. If before I die I get bored, so please go on and build restaurantes. Era para celebrar cuando se casara conmigo. It's open if I know me que alguien se casó. What else? It's just a restaurant. It was chicken and waffles and something. So what else and more? So this is progress 5 years ago. I was screaming, it's like I can't move back to my parents' home. I want to get raped. And who is it that would bypass my dad in there? And who is it that I would have to explain to my dad that I sent nudes to that I didn't really want to, but I'm not apologizing to my dad like a little girl either. I'm happy to send pictures of myself in lingerie to some penis and some there. And so literally I've just been, thank you. Yeah, Japanese tea garden. Oh, I want tacos from the cove one day. What? The Woody Museum. What else? Some I visited too. Hopscotch. Market Square visited in the past 5 years while homeless. What else? Blue Star. Arts Complex. And I didn't hear when I'm gonna get back to Boston and drink chocolate there. That Joe guy tried to rape me, didn't he? Like trying to get me drunk. I don't drink alcohol. I'm like, hot chocolate, please. And then Katie called me and she said, this was on his birthday. And I said, what, your friend told you to leave? I'm like, I'm like, no, she was just calling. Just a friend called me. Like, going so interested on a situation. I want to date with someone that she doesn't want to be with. Anyways, when I finished drinking my hot coffee. They think that one sees guy with a paycheck and one is gonna be like, my next military man and this is an officer. It lives in South. And people fail. Is he related to me though? What else? I found him on Tinder and he was bar hopping. And I'm like, seems fun for like maybe like friend material, colleague, porque se presentan como que tienen trabajo, que tienen hobbies. And one says, well, I'm shopping and selling at Nordstrom, maybe. Porque after one conversation with him and reading his bio again, I'm like, not dating material, so I friend zone him. They don't accept that fool. Yes. Oh. Ew. So he asked me to dine again, and I'm like, no, thank you. He said, maybe we can dine closer to your apartment. I'm like, not with that cara. And I'm like, oh, I don't know, I'm busy working. What else? I don't know who Joe is. I really don't care. Anyway, so I haven't been there. I've been there afterwards. I think we dated in Kimani. Oh, and I was there like at midnight one day, and I think I ordered a hot chocolate or coffee, or I was about to, and it was like so vacío that I didn't stay. What else? So dating Kimani were with their dog. What else? I was at the McNay, wasn't it? No, I haven't been just yet. Anyways, a lot has happened. A lot has happened. And Donald Trump said in 40 days she'll spit out their names, right? And she'll spell out their names, won't she? Oh, usually people start blaming the artist community, rock and roll. This is the Beatles. How else is fault is why can't Chick-fil-A give me free food for me and my kids for an entire year? What else? What else? I'm bored. So this is progress. Back then, I didn't even want to mention it. To bring them back from death, it's taken my face to take a toll with starvation. I think I've lost another tooth in the process, but I can get new teeth. What is the pizza? What else? 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 I'm bored. What else? So finally, and I talked to their dad in 2020. I'm like just any profile picture to show that I'm alive. But that's not what I want to do. What else? Though, what is it? Arlene Lorenzo said to me decades ago, match your background, girl, match your background. I didn't even remember when I got on Facebook, like, give me money first. Ew. Anyways, that was 4 years ago. That was 4 years ago. Oh, I want to seek the death penalty for him, so I don't post that there. To my knowledge, he hasn't abused me. He wasn't the one entering my bedroom raping me. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Nice if he has no sense. So that's why it took forever. Wow, Alice reminds him that I exist every day. Four. So he's like, until she fixes our marriages. Yeah. Then she can't have money. That's not a marriage, pero ya ellos que son tan gross. That's why they won't ever have me, not even for entertainment. What else? But guy report, entertainment. Like, even though it's okay, from to order coffee, to paisa, to Sama more than once. I took JJ Honey with me. I visited alone. I visited with Richie. What else? What else? What else? What else? I was at the Hemisphere at Civic Park. I was at La Rosa. I drove by the missions. I was in the bus near the missions. What? I shopped at Gap. I shopped at Mercer and Cup. I shopped at Spark. Excuse me, I just burst. What else? I visited the Japanese. What else? How much healing does it take for a poor person? Some people die before making. What else? What else? What else? What else? For real. It's like, what happened to you? That you're cuerda, but you're not. Like, something's bothering you because you're poor. What else? I stayed on La Quinta downtown. I shopped at Victoria's Secret. I browsed the Foot Locker there. I shopped at H&M there. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I've been by this area. I visited the post office around here. What else have I done in the past 5 years? I ate the Glorias or La Gloria, the Pearl. I browsed Feliz Modern Pop. Another store that I like was closed there. I've been to Central Market several times. I was at a show, Cirque du Soleil show. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I've been here at least once. I was a sweet baker too. I've been to Chipotle a few times. Near the quarry, shop at Nike there, shop at Ulta. I ate here and I drank coffee there. There was a Madeleine around here and I ate there. I shopped here. All my kids have been to Mexico, to Miami, to Italy with their dad. All of this time while attending school in the Wesley Chapel area. What is that? Pasco County? What else? I've eaten at La Marginal. What else? Where did I eat a big one? Central Market. Is in the right area though to get to the corn. There's the Trader Joe's. I've been there a few times. Whole Foods too. Not faking anything like they want to say. They're like, she didn't have a grandmother while growing up. She can't be at Trader Joe's. They want to force me to be their sex. Like, I'm not good to myself. And they're stupid. They're like monkeys trying to grab people to drink. Thinking that everyone needs a Italian lesson. Leather boy, I can give him the lesson I want to. Not even spitting it out with words. What how disgusting. They are. What else did I do? I shopped. I ate at Paisanos. I ate at the corner bakery at Starbucks, not Grand Coffee Starbucks. I ate at Starbucks. I ate at Stoneworks. Panera too. The H-E-B are so lovely. And it's now remodeled. It has like the barbecue joint there. It's so good. Doesn't it? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I browsed. There's a boutique right across Trader Joe's. And those are these leeches want to tell me, like, really? Because I'm still alive and I haven't killed myself. They want to bully me. They're like, como que while your kids are with their dad, you were eating at Starbucks until you can provide this to them. They continue with the bullying. Did I? Oh, it wasn't that clear. Did I? What is it? What is it? What is it? What is it? Not Five Guys just yet. What else? Oh, this is. Oh, so there's a boutique here in Grove Hill that I visited. What else? 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 What is right here? Right there. Some, I want to call them vegetarian lupus because I don't know what they put in onions. But it was mushroom onions. I paid extra, I think, for the onion. I love doing that. Pottery barn eyebrows. I ate at Chili's here. I haven't been to the movie theater. Like I would take them to several places in San Antonio. That's like watching a movie at so home to me. Because I have that ingrained in me possibly. So they may be like, I could be watching movies at home, or I love like that one outing to the movie theater every once in a while. But to me, I can't be hooked up in my own home like for an entire month without ever leaving it. There's Amazon and Netflix and pay-per-view because I grew up where my parents would say, okay, it's Sunday, we're heading out to so-and-so's home, and they would play a movie while some people talk. What else? What else? What else? Whole Foods, Michael's. Did I shop at 180? Possibly I did. Definitely I did. What else? 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 In the past 5 years. What else? 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 Eyebrows here too. Lemon and the store that sells provisions too. Where else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Have I done? Heading over to La Cantera. I got my eyes checked there. It's nowhere here. I took myself there in the past 5 years. I haven't been there in the past 5 years. I stayed here for 2 nights. What else? What else? What else? What else? There's a loop there. There's a, what is it? What is it? There's a Panera there. It's so weird. What is this? So weird. Oh, I've been to the Panera. When I said to my sister in 2020, I'm heading to Panera, I was like the furthest, but I don't even talk to them privately, and they're like, we know what Panera she visited, nos llamaron nuestras secretarias, they call them secretarias, y secretarios, de que la vieron en Panera, to scare me, to tell me, why were you at Panera on Frontage Road instead of Panera at the Forum? Is there one there? Or the closest one? To try to get me cooped down so I don't have time to report them to the police. They're terrorists, they're terrorists, I've been to Walgreens, I've been to CVS. So yes, there's a Panera. Oh, I was there at McDonald's. There's Maggiano's there. There's a Starbucks around here-ish. There's a Nordstrom Rack that I shopped at. Hobby Lobby I've been to, I can't remember if I shopped there. The Dollar Tree here I shopped, and Michael's here I shopped at. There's Top Shelf here that just opened most recently in the past 5 years. And what else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I visited La Cantera to return a jacket. Where is La Cantera? Did I already say I visited that Target? I ate at this Cheesecake Factory. I browsed at Nordstrom one day. I haven't taken myself to Whiskey Cake in a while. What else? I browsed at Neiman Marcus one day. Barnes and Nobles, I remember that day too. I had an interview at Urban Outfitters just for the heck of it. Like I was being forced to work at Havenford Hope. Does Ramona wear a bulletproof vest sometimes, thinking that I'm gonna kill her, and it's them? I've heard about that. They terrorize them. Some are leeches because I don't want to see them, and they rape everyone. Some are people that are meant to be like, it's gonna be okay, and I'm like, if I just had money, I would report all of you to the cops. So I don't go into finding out who everyone is because someone may be Interpol, someone may be literally put at Haven for Hope to do the thing of coaching me because there could be a bad case manager out there that would literally say you're too pretty, go out to the streets. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? And I still have to file so many more of these. I don't back to this. Well, I've been homeless. I consider living here if I get money. I've read about this online so many times that I feel now like I've been there already, but I know I haven't. Olive Garden, not that location, but there's one in Fortson that I visited. What is it? North Star Mall. Oh, I shopped at Macy's there. Porque wasn't for maquillaje or gifts. But I was cute shoes that I got myself sneakers. I didn't let them coerce me into just wearing heels downtown, so my feet literally split and break like chicken shit like that. Are you in Poland and that's how you visit the library there? Porque he abuses you, porque I don't have enough scars on my body of the abuse from him towards me. And he says, you have to visit the library Hills and it's 5 miles. Get on it right now. Para que se le rompan los pies. Some country, maybe not even Poland, but some country where he thinks he goes unnoticed. What else? What else? What else? I shopped at Macy's. La severity of this que no me dan dinero. O sea, cuánta gente él tiene de esclavo en vagones. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? And I don't need the Interpol. I don't need it. Ni me atrevo a decir que I need the Interpol. Is that I don't give up when I'm being abused. I'm like, aquí hay algo más beyond what I'm going through. That someone out there is like, yes, you're a priority, your kids are fine. Eat what they say though. So that's why I don't talk to any police officers about my kids. Because they're always going to be like, your kids are fine. I'm like, no, they're not. They're not with me. I don't want to get into that with anyone. So it's like who it is that he has locked up in dungeons, muriéndose because he doesn't get to have sex with me, and that's how he wishes I would die. On the right hand mask, or whatever. Maybe for some, I still haven't been to Bill Miller until when the breakfast is served, and I can't buy it right now. I don't have like 4 tacos. That won't get me fries and a taco, but I can drink it until 11. What else? Back to this. I shopped at Best Buy in the past 5 years. Joanne, it closes. What else? What else? What? Ay, no me cogen ahí. Ay, no me cogen ahí. Is that where JD invited me to? Is this across UTSA or he's in UTSA area? Oh, that's what. What? But I'm the relative of that, of looking and be like, I overstayed as What else? What else? What else? What else? Still what? I was told this is a civil matter. I'm like, I know I'm behaving so well. I would be evil out in my head. They do wellness checks too, and they use the language of civil, criminal for a reason. What else have I been? What is it? What is the first watch I've been to in the meantime? Él me quiere decir, yo traje a Marilyn a San Antonio y con tu dinero le compré 3 Mercedes-Benz, 4 Mazdas, 3 Mitsubishi. La puse a vivir ahí en unos apartamentitos bien lindos por unos días. Se hizo pasar por ti, mató a 4 personas because she's a little like slightly taller than you. And I scared all of my bitches at work ads. Michael Kors at Mercer Mowat. Like, if you even give money to Arlene, this is how you're gonna die in a Mercedes Benz. You can decapitate the Ledesma that raped me in 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020. You can decapitate Benjamin Suarez sons that raped me and steal my money and get in the way of receiving money. You can decapitate Arlene Lorenzo that if I gain weight, she gains weight. He possibly is like the Arlene star. Somebody can get to the weights. Finally have that hot body again. Do they try to remove the bubble to see my tiger? I've heard. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I haven't been to JCPenney. In the past 5 years, I've been to Central Library with Jaden. I texted King Lonnie though. I've been to Bibliotech in the past 5 years. What else? What else? What else? What else? No, I haven't been golfing. What else? What else? What else? What else? There is a Taco Palenque nearby that I want to visit. Where else? Where else? Where else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. What else? What else? What else? What? I shopped at Nike. I browsed at New Balance. Where else have I taken myself? I've shopped at Walmart, not this specific one, but a few times already in the past 5 years. People, I hadn't feel the need. I don't know. Very unlikely though. What else is around here? Another Trader Joe's that I've possibly been to. Torchy's Tacos I've been to in the past 5 years. What else? 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 What else is there downtown? I was at Hotel Indigo. Thank you so much for the hospitality. I may get a bill one day for being welcome uninvited overnight guest. What else? That hid in the bathroom. Afraid of getting raped. I'm like, I'm safe here right now. I didn't have any money. I don't have any money. So on the night that I was kicked out of Haven for Hope, I headed over to Hotel Indigo. I'm like, I wish I could get a room. I literally was on Facebook by someone giving me money right now, so you all may go to jail for reading me and not giving me money. What else? What else? Oh my guys, I'm in a hotel. I need money right now, please. So I may not even get a bill one day because I was literally using the electrical outlet in the restroom, washing my face, waiting to receive money. So at one point, the girl from the front desk of the restaurant, it was a female, and she said, you can't be here. And like, I was kicked out of Haven for hospital. I thought I still work there. You're so nice. I'm like, I know, I'm waiting to see if someone gives me money that I can here. She said, you have until 5 a.m. to leave. I'm like, oh, I was planning on leaving like around that time anyways because the bus starts running around that time. I got off on the wrong bus stop too late, so I can't get to a safer place right now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What did he do? Le mamó la tota y ahora se viente la violó. That's why people hate me and want me to die. Anyways, 5 years ago, this is progress. Oh, that's so funny. It's pictures of people too, but this is just a coincidence. Oh, but are these the husbands of a lot of people? Man, que me mamaron la tota decades ago. In the care of my mother while I was toddler exploration. And preschooler, like, okay, I think now I don't want this. What else? What else? What else? What else? Or sadly, someone else's harassers. What else? What else? What else? What else? It happens. It happens. I've heard, sadly, it's like a lot of people get apprehended all at once. Or these are the good guys and these aren't. What else? What else? What else? You can decapitate everyone that steals my money. You can decapitate everyone that stays in my homes without my permission. That girl possibly couldn't even kick me out of Hotel Indigo because she thought if I call the police is gonna just arrest me and say, "Are you staying here without our permission tonight?" It happens, I've heard. What else? What else? What else? What else? So I'm gonna stay here for fun, but it's because I want to spend a night here. What else? 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 I'm bored. I'm bored. There are a few bars around here that I'm gonna visit. I want to eat here. What else? 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 I did Uber Eats. What difference does that make me from that person? For a while, so I visited Con Huevos Tacos, but I didn't eat there. I wanted money for food, and I didn't pick the places that I visited to deliver the food out. I want to dance here. Not a 4.2, but that happens at these places sometimes. I want to eat there just for fun. I want to visit this place. What else? 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 I feel like I haven't been a local around the east side. I want to visit a few of those. What is it called? Community centers. That one, the black one. Maybe I can speed up the black bears. Anyways, I visited this place. There's a hiking trail here that I want to complete, and I don't have outfits to do that. What else? There's Starbucks around here that I thought about. Like, why is it that I don't get on the bus towards this side? It feels so boring, but in a vehicle, I think I stopped there. What else? What else? What else? What else? But there is Starbucks around here. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? They've labeled me that I'm the trucker's wife. Possibly. Oh, what else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Is what some now he's like Arlene esposa un truquero, no necesita dinero. Where does it say there that there's a marriage? Anyways, until you start having the right conversations, or he's gonna kill us all. He's no educator. We were having the right conversations. Because he doesn't ever want to hear about poverty. Oh, that's so wrong. That's not like shit box homes either. I'm not gonna. He's one is a decades ago. One can't say that. Tu manjarito asqueroso se emociona to say what you want the staff to look like. He possibly has a very much curated, very pretty times like 5 that I would be like the fucking staff all day long. Porque sé que no sabe lo que me gusta, pero no like, ni sabe. What else? He's just playing pretend with my money. If not, I would be a part of it. What else? What else? What else? What else? Again, with consent of the staff, always. What else? What else? He plays the legal hookers. He impresses them. That's embarrassing. Hook up the next ice, the next drug that's on the DL. And him, they're like your savior for doing that beautiful thing of taking me to Arlene's home instead of taking her. Here's the newest drug that came out, and hopefully you don't know about it. It's like I created it, but whatever. I'm gonna let them think that I don't know about it. Stupid. Oh my god, stupid just gave me my own drug as if I've never heard about it. Así hablo. Am I hurt or no? Oh, I should have charged my phone. So you can decompensate my home intelligence. The sons that rape me, that steal my money and get in the way of receiving. They made me get fat because they raped me. They're stupid and they think that they can trap me in the marriage. Like, I'm the only one that will love you with their saggy tits. No, you aren't. Ew. They're embarrassing. They're embarrassing. So gross. Anyways, lovely. Where am I headed over to this there? HEB to get some food. Just not yet. And I need to call Jake and good. So I'll take a break and turn off this light while I charge my phone for a while. You can decapitate the event of this month that raped me in 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020. So I don't find the love of life when I'm the love of my life. So he wants to kill me then. He's disgusting. He's disgusting. Ew, ew, ew. Dan un asco. Son una basura. Such an embarrassment. Ew, ew, ew.